Hello everyone. So this is the guide and info for our project presentation. So the first one is to identify and submit three literature or research journals related to current technology within the year of 2016 to 2021 of assigned topics. These topics I will show you later which one of you has designated topics. So the first one, the due date is 24th of June this month. And the second one, I will approve and screen all the selected and literature research journals to meet the criteria. The criteria I will show you in the following slides. And this is the due date of the me changing and also the submission simultaneously by 29th of June. And the third one is the slide and video presentation, preparation and submission. This will be uploaded to the YouTube platform. So the due date for this is 6th of July next month. And then we're gonna have a project presentation essay. This will be open at 8th of July, and presentation essay and the submission of this project presentation essay, which is in 13th of July. So the marking criteria for our project presentation of 504, the first one is your journal selection. This includes 3% of your selection. Please do carefully select the journals based on your designated topics, and please identify the journal carefully based on the criteria. Okay, so I would like to hope that we can approve the journal selection with one try, so we're not gonna have a back and forth prolonged delay for this journal selection for your convenience. Then the second one is the executive summary, which is 5%, and the research methodology 10%. This will include a your own chart. I will show to you the template for the example of research methodology charts that you need to discuss based on the three journal selection. Okay, so all of this presentation is based on three journals, and you have to compile all of these details until the summary and executive summary until the overall summary. Okay, so number fourth is the results and discussion of all of the three journals that you have selected, and also an overall conclusion for 2%. The summary is 5%. So for the project itself, the percentage of your marks is going to be 30%, and for presentation is going to be 20%. So based on the presentation, we're going to separate into two parts. The first one is the presentation style. So how your confidence and style of presentations of the video that you gave it to me, and also your voice and clarity. This is in terms of technical, but I'm going to weigh a lot more in terms of delivery on how you are presenting. So please make sure that you understand what the paper is about, and make sure that you understand and can deliver as you know it. And then the second one is the project presentation essay. So this is going to be another 10%. So overall for this project presentation is going to be 50%. So this is your marks for this class. Okay, so be aware and please take very careful and take careful consideration for allocating all of this item of selection that reflect to this kind of marks. So for example, the 10% is very high here, so you're gonna see why later on. I will show you, sorry. So the assigned topics that we're gonna have is Kowelun. You're gonna take the topic of LED. Hui Xiaoling is gonna take about laser diodes. Hafiz your topic is solar cell, same as Nurul Atira. Your topic is also solar cell. And for Mr. Ali Akbar, your topic is photodetector. So for general selection criteria, the first one, you have to identify the topics that I have mentioned before, and you have to select the journals that is based on the topics to compare these three journals So for example, you want to compare three journals of laser diodes, for example. So there are three recent papers of laser diodes that is discussing about the synthesis of the fabrication of the laser diode itself. So please compare all of these three journals, and what is the difference, and what is the advantages, and what is the limitations, and what is just your summary. Okay, you can also select the different application types of paper in terms of application. For example, the LED, one LED, the parameters is different, but the application is for the LED for the television, for example. You can discuss all these recent papers. So please also select the journal that is only for from 2016 until 2021, and make sure, as I mentioned earlier, you can compare all these three journals. Please do not select a different journals that is hard to compare. Okay, you will see later why you have to compare these three journals. Okay, so I have shared with you the guides on how to record your presentation slide here, and also how to export your PowerPoint file to a video. Okay, you can watch it here, and also I have uploaded this to your e-learning sites. You can also refer it to that. So for the submission, for the video, you have to rename the first one. You have to rename the video with your name. For example, my name here, and my topic is solar-cell.mp4. Okay. Second one is please submit the recorded video presentation to this respective session. For example, there's two respective section that I've created. I've done this because there may be a problem on the storage of the site, so we have to create a separate ones. We don't want to exceed the maximum gigabytes here. Maybe sometimes the video is going to be 1 GB, so that's why we separate two groups here. Okay, please take notes on your name and submit here accordingly. Okay, the due date, as I mentioned, is 6th of July. So the first one is the journalist. I'm gonna share this template in the e-learning website too. So the first one is the journalist that you have selected and approved by me. So please place down this title of the three journals, and please create the references here. For example, I've put here the name of the author and the publication and the year, and also the details of pages and such. So please list all three here. And then moving on, for the first one is the general type and general one, and what is the title here, please include in here. And then the first one, we're gonna talk about the executive summary. So here, please specify an objective and or the statement of hypothesis in 100 words of the paper. Okay, and also please put a title here. And the second one is the research methodology. So please create and include a process flowchart. As an example, in Appendix A, I will show to you later on. So here is the marks that are quite large. So 10%. Please take notes here and do a thorough and complete research methodology flow for all of the journals. For example, this is for the journal one only. Okay, so please create a process flow regarding the process on how what the paper does and explain. So the third part is the results and discussion. Please insert the data and figures and discussions. Each figures must have a paragraph of discussion. So please do not include just a figure without any discussions. Okay. And the second one, the second journal and the title here. Title here. And as I mentioned earlier, executive summary and research methodology and results and discussions on. And the third journal, let's put the title here and put the title here, executive summary, research methodology, results and discussion. And also, this is the overall comparisons. Please compare the overall research, which includes the novelty, methods, and results. So based on these three journals that you have selected, please compare in terms of their novelty and in terms of the what of the methods that are clearly different between those three journals, and what is the results that they obtain from their respective papers. Okay, and then overall conclusion here, you can please conclude all of the journal title here, and also the conclusion for overall of the project. And the summary. So in this summary is your own perspective summary. So please identify one of your preferred journal out of the three that you have selected and justify its uniqueness or novelty of the work in 100 words. So here you need to express your conclusion out of the three journals that you have selected. Which one is the best in terms of your opinion and why? So justify it here in terms of your uniqueness or the novelty, or maybe even the results, outstanding or above all. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, the appendix A that you have to do is the flowchart of methodology. So for example here, the flowchart of the research activities of green electronic diamond based device is an example, okay? So the first step is the purchase of the substrate and also the purchase of the upgrade of the PCVD, and then proceed with the second steps, the chrome mask design and production, and also proceed with the metallization and also lithography. So using what machine, and followed with the nailing and which machine it was used, and followed with the second steps of photolithography and passivation layer. So what is the machine that is used, and the lithography, what is the machine, followed with the exposure, what is the machine, and the first characterization using which machine, and then what is the requirements. For example, what is the parameters that was measured. For example, here the device was measured with 2000 volt and a temperature of 400 degrees C. This was using this kind of system. And then what happens when you measure that? When they measure that, and then if let's say the expected results is obtained, and then if not, what is the counter solution? And for example, if the result is yes, so the device is completed. Okay, so that is how you do the methodology part. So please pay attention here, and also other stuffs too that is required in the templates. Okay. Okay, I think that's all. If you have any questions, please do ask me through the WhatsApp or even email. And thank you. And I hope to have a very fruitful video submissions for you guys. Please do your best, and thank you for your attention.